You know that feeling, right? You're lying in bed, you are just exhausted, but your mind is going a mile a minute. Your body just won't settle down, and you're just staring at the ceiling, wide awake. It has to be one of the most frustrating feelings there is, and for so many of us, it becomes this nightly battle. So you have to ask, why is sleep so hard after 60? Is this just what happens? Is it just an inevitable part of getting older? Well, what if I told you the latest research says the answer is probably not what we've all been led to believe? So, what's really going on? A pretty groundbreaking study from 2022 found something fascinating. It turns out that for over 70% of older adults, the real culprit behind their sleep problems, it isn't age. Not really. It's this built-up tension in the nervous system that's just never gotten the chance to release. I love this quote from the source material because it just completely flips the script. Your body isn't worn out, it's wound up. Just think about that for a second. You're not worn out, you're wound up. And the amazing thing about that difference is that anything that's wound up, well, it can also be unwound. And honestly, that shift in thinking is a total game changer. We're going to stop trying to force ourselves to sleep and instead start helping our bodies release that tension. It's all about retraining our system to find that calm, quiet state. So let's dive in. We're going to walk through a super simple 3-step routine that does exactly that. Okay, so step 1. Before we even think about moving a muscle, we're going to start with the breath. The breath is kind of like the remote control for your brain and your entire nervous system. It's the absolute fastest way to send a signal that says, hey, it's time to shift gears from on mode to off mode. And the technique we're going to use is called box breathing. Its power is that it's just so simple, yet so effective. It's been proven to quiet down that internal alarm system in our brains, the one that keeps us wide awake at night. And get this, it's used by everyone from clinicians to Navy SEALs. If it works for them in high-stress situations, you can bet it's going to help us calm down before bed. And look how simple this is. You can do this sitting right on the edge of your bed. It's just 4 easy steps. You're going to inhale slowly for 4 seconds. Then gently hold that breath for 4. Then a slow exhale for 4. And finally, just a gentle pause for 4 before you start again. The key word here is gentle. No forcing, no straining. Just a few rounds of this can make a huge difference, immediately helping to lower your heart rate and quiet down that racing mind. All right, now that we've used our breath to start calming the system from the inside out, it's time to work on releasing that physical tension. This brings us to step 2, some really gentle seated stretches. And the best part, you can do all of these without even leaving the edge of your bed. First up, we're going to focus on the shoulders. And why the shoulders? Well, think about it. When you're stressed or concentrating, where does all that tension go? Right up into your neck and shoulders. It's like a storage locker for the day's stress. So just sit up nice and tall with your feet flat on the floor and just start to slowly roll your shoulders backward. Make them big, full circles. Do that about 6 to 8 times, and then switch it up. Roll them forward. What's so great about this is you're not just releasing a tight muscle, you're actually sending a signal back to your nervous system that says, hey, it's safe. You can let go of all that stress now. Okay, our next movement is called the bear hug. And I know it sounds super simple, but this one has a surprisingly powerful effect, not just on your body, but on your emotional state too. All you're going to do is gently cross your arms over your chest, like you're giving yourself a nice, comforting hug. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just let your elbows draw in a little closer. Just sink into that feeling for about 20 seconds. This simple act is incredible. It's been shown to actually lower cortisol, that's the stress hormone, which sends a powerful signal of safety straight to your brain. Then just switch which arm is on top and do it again. Okay, for our final step, it's time to actually lie down in bed. Just the simple act of lying down starts to shift your nervous system towards rest. It helps ground your body and lets your breath get a little deeper, a little slower. So once you're lying there comfortably, we're going to start with a movement that's small but mighty. Just some gentle head turns. It's amazing how much tension we hold in our necks without even realizing it. So while you're lying on your back, don't even lift your head off the pillow. Just slowly let it roll to the right. Pause, and then gently roll it all the way over to the left. This is more than just a neck stretch. It's a direct signal to your brain's balance centers. You're basically telling your brain, hey, all the movement for the day is done. It's time to be still and unwind. Next up, let's bring some of that same gentle motion to the lower back and hips. I mean, this is another spot that just takes a beating all day from sitting and standing, right? So just lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the bed. And then just slowly let your knees sway from side to side, kind of like gentle windshield wipers. There's no goal here. You're not trying to force a deep stretch or anything. It's just a soft, rhythmic movement. Let that go for about 30 to 60 seconds. This gentle rocking motion is fantastic for decompressing your spine and getting some fluid back into those joints after a long day. Okay, this next one is a bit of a secret weapon for better sleep, and it's something a lot of people don't think about. We're going to release the hamstrings. You'd be surprised how much tight hamstrings can pull on your lower back all night long, creating just enough discomfort to keep you from really settling in. Now listen, the most important thing here is that this is about relaxation, not becoming a gymnast, okay? Just gently extend one leg up and hold behind your thigh or your calf, wherever's comfortable, until you feel a light stretch. And if that's too much, please bend your knee or loop a towel around your foot for support. Just hold it for about 20 seconds and breathe. You're not forcing anything. You're just inviting that muscle to let go. Then gently switch legs. All right, here we are, the final release. This last set of movements is all about fully opening up the body and giving it that final, ultimate permission to just rest. So first, we're going to do a gentle hip opener. Just bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall open to the sides. And hey, grab some pillows and stick them under your knees if that feels better. Just settle in here for a minute or two. This pose is amazing for kicking on that rest and digest system. Then, to finish it all off, gently reach into a full body stretch. Arms go overhead, feet point away, just like you're waking up in the morning. One last big release to let go of anything that's left. And that brings us to this idea, which is really the heart of this whole routine. Sleep doesn't respond to force. It responds to permission. We spend our days pushing, trying, and forcing things to happen. But sleep is the complete opposite. You can't chase it down. You can only create the right conditions, make it feel welcome, and then give it permission to arrive. So think of this little routine as your body's permission slip. It's that quiet conversation you have with yourself that says, hey, the day is done, you're safe now, you're allowed to rest. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to give your body that permission tonight?